to get money every day so we can invest in something tangible and turn that tangible asset into something that can be liquid. And turn that liquid into infinity liquid, because mathematics is infinite. It don't end. All you got to do is keep putting zeros behind that 21 cycle and keep going. It's going to be what you can have in your bank account or what we can put into insurance company. I'm going to get into that in a minute. Now, the cost approach, that's what the God was going about. What it's going to take to get the revenue or get the money raised up to fix the property value or to put something on there so that it will give us back the value of the land. That's the building materials. That runs along with the ARV I'm speaking about. That you can present to the bank, a private money lender, or to the nation. And then we can begin to ask those who have money in the nation to be stakeholders, to give us a loan or loan some money that they're getting from this nation, like I'm planning on doing, so that we can get the project done at a set period of time and no limit. How long would that take? Not long, if we move fast. If we get together, we can make that happen in 2024. By next show and prove, we can have that project up. But we got to form a real estate committee. We got to form an education committee. We got to form a transportation committee. We got to form an engineering committee. We got to form so many different committees in order for us to have those 8 points circulating with the economic plan so that we can be the model to all the other regions. Then come back at a master universal parliament, regional conference, and see what we have accumulated, that body of accumulated money in a factual form, so now we can go and buy land that we call our own. Plain and simple. It don't take that long. It doesn't take us 55 years to do that. It took us to stop doing some of the things that we're doing backwards and stop arguing with each other to agree to do these things. I hope I made that clear. Because that's the first thing we're going to have to do. Appraise that property. Now, going into some other things that the God spoke about, which is babies inside the lunchroom. Babies are wealth. But 50% of Americans, especially poor people, have no insurance. And most of us think insurance is like what they teach about this mystery God, that you got to get it when you die. That is totally wrong. Insurance has a death and a life benefit to it. And if we as a nation took the money, 1031, into, like I was asking my sister, into an insurance policy that has cash value, we will now become the bank. Yaqub had banks in Al Patmos. That's right. It was called a blood bank. That's right. Blood is worth money. Why do you think they took our father? Because he worth more dead than alive. But they couldn't kill the babies. Because he knew that we will eventually get it. And we will take his blood and put it quiet in our hands. And go back into the system and take back what they took from us. In a righteous way. So insurance policies can be used as banks because they have two great values to them. Well, many of them have two great values to them. You can borrow against it, have to pay back a small interest depending on where you go to, and then on top of it, you can leverage that bank because the money, the insurance policy, you can use the insurance policy and leverage that insurance policy because it is getting what we call compound interest. So for those of us who have insurance policies, when you deal with the premium, that's the death benefit. But when you deal with the PUA, which is paid up additions, those paid up additions are the cash value. And when the policy is designed the right way, it will pay back compound interest even if you borrow against it. And it doesn't require for you to do a credit check. But if you go to the bank, they're going to want all this information to give you a loan on top of what they're already doing, which is what they policy, which is what my sister talked about, and the understanding of it. That's right. Bank-owned life insurance. Right, so nation business, so the devil gives them nothing. But he did give you something. He gave you the information. He gave you the knowledge. He just tricked it up because he only wanted the 10% or the 1% to have access to it. But once we tap in and come in as a nation, we do a census of everybody in this nation, including our babies. Our babies are our insurance policy to the wealth of our future. Now we can go take that policy and buy buses, more property, storefronts, land, water, farms, agriculture, because all that is commercial real estate. But it starts with that one piece of real estate that we got around the corner and throughout the regions. So again, real estate, commercially speaking, lining up with insurance is a great tool to get out of the conditions that we are in as a nation. That's supreme mathematics speaking that to me. Why? Because I tested it, and I studied it, and I took all this time away from my home to come back home to make sure I took it from knowledge to bone, so that the knowledge of that cipher is no longer a mystery in any of our minds. Now we are responsible for the knowledge that comes from it. And if we don't act on it, then justice won't be on us. Because the truth has been told. Residential has a recourse, which means if we put residential property on that property, we'll be able to come back and, if there's any latent defects or any plumbing or anything going on, we'll be able to come back. But the commercial side is risky. That's why we have to study the commercial side of building. Because once you master the commercial side, it is an income generator in all aspects. Nobody here will be homeless. Nobody will have to be in a shelter. We will have multiple properties set up throughout the land for everybody that goes through something in life and somebody that want to make something out of their life economically. You come right up in here, we got bankers, we got investors, we got real estate agents, we got engineers, we got everybody in the house. They got to do things in a committee fashion because everything takes time for one thing to talk to the other to get the whole entire design financially to manifest the product that we want to see in the very near future. Understand the born we want before. It tells me you won't live to see that day. Now we're on something else. Food. Food is our medicine. Going to these hospitals during COVID and all this stuff that they planted in us, that was intentionally done to divide us economically, divide us socially, and to divide us up on the new scheme of their new destruction. Wildfires. On October the 4th, October the 11th, everyone here who had a cell phone on got a text message. Why? Because the CDC, going back to that Sleepy Joe Biden thing, the central bank digital currency all work together with the CDC, wanted to keep track of us. So by planting that germ in us, or putting this thing in us, it was a way for them to turn on the Wi-Fi's inside of us. So if you got the COVID shot, and you had your cell phone on, you got to turn